Hey everyone, my name is Suzanne and I'm a Chinese metaphysics master in Hong Kong. I hope you all had a really good Easter break and are refreshed coming back to work or to study or whatever it is that you're doing. In any case, I hope you had a really good time with family and friends and maybe hopefully even went for a lovely trip. Now, this week, I'm going to upload a few videos on the Shen Sha. So, for those who are unfamiliar with Bazi Astrology, Shen Sha are the Chinese term for auxiliary stars. So there's a number of auxiliary stars everybody knows about. For example, the Nobleman Star and the Peach Blossom Star, Intelligence Star, and so on. But um, in the videos that I'm going to post this week, I'm going to look at the ones that are maybe a little bit more obscure or people don't know quite as much about or don't know how to exactly identify or use them. And today, the one that we're going to look at is the general star. Now, in order to see, of course, whether you have that star in the chart, you first need to plot your chart. So you can go to this Bazi plotter here. I will also post a link in the description to the video. And then you just enter your date and time of birth. Now, if you don't know the time, that's fine. You don't necessarily need this, but of course, it's always better to have the time of birth to give us a full picture. Now, once you've plotted your chart, you will get something like what you see here on the screen. And with this particular plotter, the good thing is that you have all the auxiliary stars listed underneath each pillar. So here in the year pillar, these are all the Shen Sha in the year pillar. Here's the month pillar. These are all the Shen Sha or auxiliary stars in the month pillar. Day pillar, we've got those. And then the hour pillar, we have these Shen Sha or auxiliary stars, right? So they're all nicely listed there. So you don't necessarily need the formula, but in any case, the formula for the general star is very simple. You need to look at your day branch. So that is the animal sign in your day. So what animal sign do you have here? That is the reference point. So in this particular case, it's the pig. So here, the pig, if you have this as your day branch, then your general star would be in the rabbit. If your day branch is the horse, then your general star is also in the horse. If your day branch is an ox or a snake or a rooster, then your general star is in the rooster. So this is the formula. It's very straightforward. Now, in this particular example, as you see here, the day branch is the pig, and therefore the general star is in the rabbit. Now, this person does have a rabbit in the chart here, which means that they have the general star in the natal chart. Now, we're only interested in those who have the general star in the natal chart. So we're not interested in the luck pillar or annual pillar or anything like this. We're looking specifically only at the natal chart. And not everybody has the general star in their natal chart. So if you don't have it, don't despair. You probably have other Shen Sha or other auxiliary stars that other people don't have. Yeah, so don't get frustrated or don't be disappointed. Not everybody has this. In any case, here we see it in the rabbit. Now, it doesn't matter where this general star appears. It could be in the year, the month, or the hour. Yeah, anywhere if you have it in the chart, then obviously you are blessed with the energy of the general star. Now, the general star generally denotes leadership skills, sportsmanship. Yeah, so they're very competitive, generally speaking, and also literary skills. So there's three things: leadership skills, literary skills, and sportsmanship. Now, which one of them you particularly have an affinity with depends on the 10 gods that come or that appear together with your general star. So as we have seen here, this general star is in the month pillar, right? So there we go. Now, in order for the general star to be effective, it needs to be paired with one of three stars, either direct officer, the abbreviation is DO, or 7 killings, the abbreviation is 7K, or with direct resource, abbreviation is DR. Yeah, so it has to be paired with one of those. That means that you have to have one of these 10 gods in the same pillar, right? Now, in this case, we have the 7 killings here up top. In the hidden stems, there's only a friend star, so we don't really consider that. So if you have either the direct officer or the 7 killings or the direct resource, or maybe several ones, two of them, paired with the general star, only then is the general star effective. Yeah, it has to be one or more out of these three. Now, in this particular case here, you will see that there's only one 10 god in the hidden stems. Now, some of you may have two hidden stems, in which case you refer to the one that is written on the left-hand side, slightly bigger than the other. If you have three hidden stems, like in this pillar here, you only focus on the center one. Yeah, only the center one. These we don't care about. If you only have two hidden stems, like in this case here, you focus on the one on the left. Yeah, this one, the one on the right, we don't care about. All right, so these are the ones that you need to look at. The one on top and then the main hidden stem. What sort of 10 gods do you have there? Again, we are looking at direct officer and or 7 killings and or direct resource. So you have to have at least one of them in that same pillar as a general star. Doesn't matter if it appears in another pillar, then it doesn't really have any effect on the general star. It has to be in the same pillar. So if it is on a direct officer star, then it denotes really, really good leadership skill. Or if the direct officer either appears on top, so here, or in the main hidden stems, it's a person who generally is blessed with very, very good leadership skills. And this is then something that you should learn throughout your life, go through leadership courses, make sure that you strengthen that skill, because then it can be really, really effective. Now, if it is combined with the 7 killings, like in this particular case, then the person has the ability to achieve a very, very high level of authority and status. Yeah, they may even be in a position where they are in charge of matters of life and death. Yeah, like a general, for example, or a judge, who determines a sentence for people, like whatever, like you could be in a position, or you could obtain a position that determines matters of life and death. Could also be, maybe a surgeon, yeah, someone who does surgeries that are slightly tricky, complicated, complex, for example. Yeah, that's also a possibility. Any profession that comes with a very, very high degree of status and authority, and then sort of combined with sort of like an activity that requires guts and courage. Yeah. Now, if it is combined, or if the general star comes with a direct resource, then it denotes someone who has really, really good literary skills. So it could be someone who makes a name for themselves in literary circles, yeah, maybe as a writer, as an author. So it's someone who can acquire a very, very high position, or can become very popular in that field. So these three are the main 10 gods that we look at if they appear together with a general star. Now, sometimes, so let's say that your general star does not appear with any of these three stars. as a secondary choice, we can also look into direct wealth. So if you have the direct wealth either here in the main T, in the main hidden stem, or up here, this could then indicate someone who achieves a high level of authority in a financial or wealth related or financial industry. Yeah. So that's also possible, although we do prefer direct officer, seven killings, and direct resource. But direct wealth is secondary, is also very, very good. Now, under certain circumstances, the general star cannot be used or is not effective, let's put it this way, even if you have it in the chart. So let's say you have a general star in the chart. But if in your particular chart there is no direct officer anywhere in the chart, no direct officer anywhere, no seven killings anywhere in the chart. Yeah, and we're looking at the top ones and also everything here at the bottom. You look at everything there. You have direct officer, seven killings. So the general star is ineffective if you have absolutely no direct officer, no seven killings, no direct wealth, and no indirect wealth anywhere in the chart. Yeah, so if these stars are completely missing in your chart, and that's very, very rare, yeah, that rarely happens, but it can happen, then even though you do have the general star in your chart, it may not be very effective. It may not be very usable, right? So then this particular energy is slightly compromised. All right. So this is the meaning of the general star, and this is the calculation, how you get to it and how you can actually make use of it. So it's a star that is very useful, but it does come with certain prerequisites or preconditions that you need to actually fulfill in order to make use of it. And once you have it in the chart, it doesn't mean that you're automatically blessed with leadership skills or literary skills. These are talents or skills that are somewhat maybe hidden inside you, and you need to activate them by actually learning, trying to improve yourself, and making active use of these skills, whether you like it or not. Yeah. Then only then will this star in your chart be activated. All right. So hopefully you do have this in your chart, because this is very, very useful. And hopefully you can actually use it. You have it with the correct 10 gods. Let me know for whom that is actually applicable and how you are making use of it. I'm very curious how this works for you. And yes, if you do have any questions, of course, as always, you can just put them in the comments below, or you can contact me directly. I'm happy to do a proper reading for you, a comprehensive reading of your Bazi chart. That's not a problem. Just get in touch with me. My email address is in the description to the video. And in the meantime, please do give this video a big thumbs up. Share it with anybody who may be interested, and subscribe to my channel so we can grow this community. Thank you so much, guys, and I see you soon.